Is your child a natural-born entertainer? Now is their chance to join the most talented youth dance crew in the Mid-South, the Blue Bunch. The Blue Bunch entertains Grizz Nation with their energetic dance routines and even have the opportunity to collaborate on performances with leading artists in the entertainment industry. Kids ages 7 to 17 are invited to show off their skills and personality for their chance to join the next generation of NBA entertainers. Open auditions are Saturday, June 28th. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
With a knockaway.
Good defense.
Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
That's no show. Let's go.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Are you ready? Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
The First Ladies of FedEx Forum, the Grizz Girls, are known across the NBA for setting the standard for professional dance and entertainment. And they are looking for dancers to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. With the chance to gain professional dance experience and connect with the Memphis community, auditioning for the Grizz Girls is an opportunity you do not want to miss. Come show up at Open Call Auditions Saturday, July 26th at the Memphis Sports and Events Center. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Jalen Wells is in studio right now. You took on tough, if not the toughest defensive assignment. When did you realize that would be your role?
And that's what I was working towards since training camp. I was trying to guard Dez, I was trying to guard Ja whenever I could, even if they're blowing by me, overpowering me. I really didn't care, because I was a rookie. So it's like, that's what's going to happen to a rookie.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
What up, everybody? It is the Chris Vernon Show here on Grind City Media. I am your host, John Roser, filling in once again today. Got the gang with me. The gang's all here except Chris. We got Devin here. We got CJ here. Rob Fischer's going to be here in a little bit. He is the TV Sideline pregame, halftime, postgame, and Sideline reporter for the Memphis Grizzlies on FanDuel TV. He's also the host of The Odds Couple, coming up today after this show here, 2 o'clock right here on Grind City Media. He'll join us in studio, like I said, 12:30. Devin's here, CJ's here. The NBA Finals, they start tonight. I don't know if that's number one, though, because there's a downtown establishment that is no more, and it has us all in mourning. Lil Wayne drops the Carter 6 tonight. Is he the GOAT? Embrace debate. CJ, turn it up. What up, everybody? Thursday, June 5th, Chris Vernon Show here. Chris gone once again. John Roser, Devin Walker, CJ Hurt. We are all here with you. We're going to get to a bunch of stuff today. We got the NBA Finals. They finally start, so tomorrow is going to be even better because we'll actually have a basketball game that has happened that we will get to talk about. In the words of Creed and Scott Stapp, it feels like forever that it has been since we've actually been able to talk about a basketball game. I've gone through a bunch of numbers on past champions and things like that. And if you're a Pacers fan, I'm sorry to report it's not going to be good news for you. A downtown establishment is no more. Lil Wayne drops the Carter 6, comes out tonight. There's a bunch of features on it. We may get to a little bit of that. First things first, Devin Walker is here today.
I am here. I'm present.
Devin Walker, microphone mangler, Navajo Joe, Black Phelps, the reporter.
Come on, bro.
Walker 93.
There you go, aka Mr. Top 5.
Mr. Top 5.
I just want to give a.
Take 5, top 5.
Yeah, type shit. I just want to give a PSA, bro. And it hit me this morning, Roser, when I was at Millington Primary School this morning for Jalen Wells' speaking engagement.
You were at Jalen Wells' speaking engagement,
bro. There's nobody in this world, bro, like teachers, bro. Teachers need a raise. They need something. They need to be compensated. They need something. They need the world, CJ. Because I was in that school and I was like, bro, I'll be damned if I had to spend 8 months of my life babysitting and teaching somebody else's badass kids.
Yeah, there's
every day.
There's so many cases like teachers.
They're the real MVPs.
In certain cases, teachers are with the kids more than the parents are.
Yes, bro. Teachers, I love y'all, man. All you teachers out there, I just want to let you know, we're thinking about you. I love you. You deserve more love, man, because these kids are bad out here, so this is for you. No Greg Doyle.
It ain't good when the teachers care more than the parents do.
Yeah,
and that is the truth in some cases. And that is the truth in some cases. CJ Hurt, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good.
What is this?
This is my end. This is
your
right
intro?
here. Yeah, this is it. Teachers are on summer break,
walk
so like they do get that.
They get summer break, but they be like dealing with folks bad kids every day.
They do deal with badass kids, little sticky fingered, snot nose,
You know what I'm saying?
drooling ass,
And they
bad
always,
attitude,
and they
having
always
pimple
gotta be.
face.
They always gotta be in a good mood, CJ.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Listen, as a teacher, you do not have to be in the good mood.
We've all had teachers. We know teachers that have been in bad moods. Yeah,
come in
like
and set the
what?
tone. In fact, I would encourage you, if you have to deal with children, to set that mood immediately. Coming in a bad mood.
First day?
First day, immediately.
Sit
the hell down, shut the hell up. This is what we on right now. The rest of the school year.
Here's some homework.
Immediately.
Homework on the first day.
You know what? You got a point. Because the chipper teacher has to be
It's always
chipper.
the run over. The chipper one is always the one that gets run over. The grizzled one, the one with the scowl permanently etched on his or her face, that's when everybody's like, no, stay away from that person. That one mean. Don't even walk down that hallway.
Yeah. We actually have a teacher. We got a teacher in the chat saying, not in a good mood all the time at all. That's the thing.
Yeah, I love teachers though, man. I just think they deserve more love, bro.
Who's you got a favorite teacher? Anybody got a favorite teacher?
My mom's an educator.
Well, okay. Aside from that, you have to say
Shout out Mom Dukes, man.
Teachers,
Shout out Mom
Teachers
Dukes.
were always what do the kids say? The ops? They were always my ops, man.
I will say I did have a 6th grade teacher, Miss Williams, at Germantown Middle School.
Yeah.
Miss Williams was goated because my mom gave Miss Williams the okay to slap me upside the head.
Yeah.
If I didn't act right. So I'll never forget Miss Williams because she would slap me often. And on Fridays, Miss Williams used to have Debo Fridays. We get fries and wings in 6th grade on Fridays. If you brought $10 to school, we got Debo. So Miss Williams, shout out to you. I hope you're doing well. Shout out to all of the teachers out there, man.
Mr. Jefferson was cool.
Hug a teacher today, man.
Miss Brown was cool. Coach Clausner, shout out Coach Clausner. Jamie Tillman. I don't know if Mr. Tillman is listening, but Mr. Tillman was my guy. He was the head of the high school. And so I was in there for so many different things, right? I was in there for being disruptive. I was in there for accidentally throwing a kid through a window that one time.
Wait,
I was
you
in
Charles
there
Barkley?
You threw a kid through a window?
You Charles
accident.
Barkley?
I was in there a lot is what I'm trying to say to you. And so he and I built a good relationship to the point to where my senior year, I would just sign myself out of study hall and go sit in his office and we chit-chat.
Wait, why did you throw a kid out of the window?
It was an accident.
Yeah, what are you?
You can't accidentally chuck somebody out of the window.
Shawn Michaels breaking up the Rockers with Marty Jannetty?
Like, he think he Charles Barkley, man. He think he Charles Barkley.
It was an accident, 9th grade.
How do you accidentally throw somebody through a window?
You went to one of those schools, Rosa. I don't know if Christian Brothers had like lockers, but you just carried all of your books with you at all times in your backpack. And so we're goofing around and we're horsing around, and I'm tugging and he's pulling. I'm tugging, he's pulling. He pulls away and he trips and falls and goes straight through the window.
All right.
He tripped and fell through the window.
That's my story.
No, I feel like that's cap.
It's not cap. That's the story.
It sounds like CJ pushed somebody. It sounds like he pushed somebody through a window.
In the library computer lab. Imagine you're sitting there typing your paper in the library, and here this child's body is coming through the window.
Yo, you were a menace, bro. But hey, y'all, hug a teacher today, bro. If y'all know a teacher, you got a teacher in your life, and you know somebody that's a teacher, hug them today, bro. Just give them a hug. And say, I appreciate you.
And don't tug and pull with your friends either. That's how people end up hurt. They end up going through windows.
Also, how you
or learning things about themselves.
Yeah, we're not tugging. I'm not tugging and pulling. No friends of mine, buddy. I'm gonna leave that to you.
Figuring out things about themselves.
Ain't no tugging and pulling, bro. Maybe at Christian Brothers, but not on my side.
No, I would. I'd say as far as my favorite teacher, my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Weiser. She was great, and then because she did like fun stuff. She had like a loft. She built like a fort or a loft in her classroom. And so if like you did X amount of like good work throughout the week, on Friday, that's where you got to sit. You didn't have to sit at your desk. You got to chill up in the loft where there's like bean bags and pillows and like you got to chill.
Yeah.
Right. High school, man. Freshman English, Doc Gossett, and anybody who went to Christian Brothers will know Doc Gossett. Dude, Doc Gossett was a menace. Dude, Doc Gossett, if you would come into class with your books and you would drop your books on the ground and it makes that
smack sound.
Doc Gossett would walk over to your desk. He would go down. He will grab your books. He will walk over to the window, open the window, hold them out the window, and drop your books out the window. And he'll go, you can get those after class.
Oh, yeah, you're a real asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you this. Did anybody try them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they'd get you nowhere.
Doc Gossett sounds like a.
If you fell asleep in class, bro, you're getting a wet willy from him.
From a
He
teacher?
walk around. He walk up. He'd be like, "Oh, Mr. Anderson. Oh, okay." Figuring out here, give you a wet willy.
Hey, I dare you.
No, and his class was hard. Like it
What
was
subject?
a hard
What
English.
subject? Oh, okay.
But damn, I'll tell you, man, I learned.
You remembered him?
I remember because you learned. He made me better.
Who was the first teacher y'all cursed out?
I don't think I ever cursed at my teacher.
Just me.
Dude, if I cursed at my teacher, if I cursed at a teacher, dude, my mom would have beat my ass so bad. You know how many whips I would have got with a belt?
If my mom found out.
We all got whipped with a belt.
Yeah,
Our mom whipped us with a belt.
Yeah,
I
for
got
sure.
whipped with a belt.
I got shoes thrown at me.
Battery, shoes, whatever she got.
Wires, everything.
Physics. Shout out Dr. Kroll, another great teacher.
Yeah.
Why you
in
cursing
physics? Well, you took physics. There was at a certain point I just wasn't getting it. Not only was I not getting, nobody in the class was getting it, so there was no way for us to get help. And we would go to him. We would spend like 2.5 hours, all of us in his room trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And so at a certain point, the car was sitting in neutral on a mountain cliff at X amount of feet high. I lost. It's like, yo, why the F is this mother effing car sitting in neutral on this mother effing hill? That's dumb as hell, but I'm just going in. I lost it. I broke. It broke me. He turned bright red and started laughing. I'm like, oh, okay. Great. Now I'm in
This is
trouble.
funny.
Now
This
I'm
is
in
the
trouble.
game?
So next week, somebody comes up to me and is like, hey, a bunch of kids come up to me like, hey, CJ, what did you do in Dr. Kroll's class last week? I was like, I don't remember why. Because he started doing impressions of you where he was just yelling and cursing. I was like, oh, okay. Little short, old, bald white man thinks it's funny. And so I come walking into the class. I'm like, hey, shitbag, you think it's effing funny? You think this shit is a game? You dopey-ass mother ever? And so now he's laughing, crying hysterically. And I passed the class. No clue what physical was about. Every now and then I was just coming to class and curse because it made him happy.
We're
I don't know
gonna
why.
find out CJ was a freaking demon, bro. Throwing people through windows.
He tripped and fell.
Cursing at teachers.
Cursing at teacher. What else was you doing in school?
I got demerits for gleefully playing an excessive flatulence once.
Oh, you farted really loud?
And danced in it. It was good stuff.
Yeah. CJ, growing up, CJ needs to be like its own podcast.
I bet your
series.
dad was on your head, huh?
The NBA Finals, the NBA Finals finally begin tonight on ESPN, ABC, all that good stuff. The Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Pacers are the largest underdog, the largest odds for any team to reach the finals since the 2004 Detroit Pistons, who actually won the title that year. They were also 5-1 underdogs against the Lakers, that according to Sports Odds History. The Oklahoma City Thunder come into tonight as a 9.5-point favorite, led by Gilgeous-Alexander, who is averaging 29.8 points per game. He's been one of the 10 best scorers in this entire postseason. I looked up a bunch of stuff on this, whether it's individual scoring and how that pertains to teams who win the title, your offensive and defensive numbers and how that pertains to winning the titles. And I will tell you, history is not on the side of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, look.
tonight.
I love to hear it, Roser. Can you give us those numbers, please? I would love to hear
I wanna
numbers.
know what you have numbers, too. I wanna
want to
know
hear
what
numbers about why these bums won't win the championship.
Okay. All right, so this really doesn't have, I don't know if this has to do with to win the title. This has more about consistency. But in the regular season, so October, November, December, January, February, March, April, we're talking 7 months here. 6 months because you're really half of April and half of October. So that's really kind of 1 month. But anyway, we'll say 7 months. Do you know how many of those months, individual of those months, Indiana had either a top 10 offense or a top 10 defense? Any of those months. They have either one of them.
You said Indiana?
Indiana.
None.
One.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
One.
No, they have more than that.
5.
Less than that.
4.
Then it may as well be 9.
Yeah.
It's 3. They had the number 4 offense in January. They had the number 3 defense in January. And they had the number 6 defense in April. Do you know how many times the Oklahoma City Thunder had a top 10 offense or defense in each month.
Every month of the season.
12 months of the season.
Thanks, Scherzer.
They had the number 1 defense in October and December, the number 2 defense in January and March, the number 3 defense in November, the number 5 defense in February. And as for offense, they were number 10 in November, 6 in December, 7 in January, 2 in February, number 1 in March, and number 7 in April. In the playoffs, the Oklahoma City Thunder have had the 3rd best offense of all the playoff teams. This is just playoff ratings. 3rd best offense, 3rd best offensive rating. They have had the number 1 defensive rating. The Indiana Pacers have had the 2nd best offensive rating in the playoffs. The Indiana Pacers have had the 9th best defensive rating in the playoffs. Do you know the Oklahoma City Thunder? They are top 3 in offense and defensive efficiency. There are 5 teams since 2000 in the playoffs that have had a top 3 offense and defense in the postseason. Easy to know. They all were champions. You have any idea? There were 5.
No.
No.
It's the 21 Warriors.
No. Not the 21 Warriors.
15 Warriors?
15. No,
the 22.
The KD Warriors.
No, it's Harrison Barnes Warriors.
All 3 of them.
All
the 20,
three of
the
them.
2015,
All of them.
The 2015 Warriors had the number 1 offense and the number 3 defense in the playoffs. The 2017 Warriors had the number 2 offense and the number 2 defense. And the 2018 Warriors had the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense in the playoffs. And there are still 2 other teams that have had a top
Lakers.
that have since 2000 have had a top.
Celtics?
No.
The
Lakers.
Celtics did. I was saying KG Celtics.
Yeah, the Celtics had the number 2 offense and the number 6 defense.
Lakers.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The number 2 defense, number 6 offense.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Which Lakers?
Which Lakers?
Any
There's
Lakers.
been 5 of them.
Any
There's
of
been
them.
6 of them, actually.
Lakers, fill in the blank.
The 2001 Los Angeles
Fill in the
Lakers
blank.
had the number 1 defense and the number 1 offense.
There you go.
And there's one other that had a top 3 offense and a top 3 defense in the playoffs.
The Raptors?
Hell no.
So, dude,
no
the
chance.
Raptors had the number 4 defense, but the number 7 offense.
Okay.
Yeah. They struggled on offense. Bro.
Yeah.
They was deficient as hell. Bro,
Kawhi's numbers, if you go back and watch some of that, like Kawhi, you started to see some of the injury stuff start to sneak itself in, and his shooting got
trying to think of a
little
champion
inefficient.
recently.
This isn't hard. They're one of the best teams of all time.
The Warriors.
We already went through them. So, yes, they are 3 of them.
Lakers, Celtics.
One of the best teams all time, 2000s. I thought we named all of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, best teams of all time.
They won 4 titles in the 2000s.
Spurs? Oh, that Spurs team that beat the crap out of the Heat.
Yeah, the 2014 Spurs had the number 3 defense
Yeah,
and the number 2 offense.
That was cold.
Yeah.
The San Antonio Spurs, yeah. So
cold.
that's what Indiana's defensive rating of 113.6. It is 9th. There is only one team. First of all, nobody's ever won the title with a defensive rating that bad in the playoffs. Nobody's ever won the title. Like, the closest are the Nuggets 2 years ago. They were 110.2. So the Pacers are still over 3 points worse defensively than what that Nuggets team was. The last team to win the title that was worse than 9th in defensive efficiency in the playoffs was the 2000 Lakers.
Oh.
They were 13th out of 16 playoff teams in defensive efficiency.
Bad that.
As far as offensive efficiency goes, the Pacers have the numbers. The worst since 2000, the worst offensive teams to win the title were the 2003 Spurs. They were 9th in the playoffs. The 2006 Heat, who were 11th in offensive efficiency at the playoffs. And actually, the 2021 Bucks were 11th in offensive efficiency in the playoffs that year. That Bucks team that won the title.
HB Dive team.
A few years ago. Well, you just think about Budenholzer's teams back then, and like the offense was always like supposed to be so crisp and it just flowed, but
it was Giannis.
When they get down,
it was
freaking.
freaking.
They get down in the mud and then just give it to Giannis. Giannis get downhill.
HB dive to the rim. Giannis go dunk the ball.
Pascal Siakam is 19th in the playoffs in scoring. The only reason I say that, he is the Pacers' leading scorer.
I mean, it's not surprising because Hallie has the up and down games. Like Hallie has games where he which is weird. He has games where he disappears,
and those games are oddly enough at home.
Yeah, it's so
at
strange.
Home when he
does this weird like roller coaster thing where he'll become a ghost in game. He turns to like Pablo Prigioni in games.
The last time a team who won the championship who did not have a top 10 scorer in the playoffs.
Is it not
the
those
Raptors?
Pistons?
The Raptors, no, Kawhi. Kawhi was top 10 in the playoffs.
Pistons, yeah, the
top
Pistons.
10 in the playoffs. In the playoffs.
The Pistons still.
Richard Hamilton was top. Richard Hamilton averaged 21.5 points per game and was like number 6.
Those final scores are 48-40.
Right. 21.5 points is like 37 today. Back
let's
then.
see.
Yeah.
You said top 10 scorers.
Yeah.
NBA teams that have won chips.
The last one that did not have a top 10 scorer in the playoffs, points per game.
That Spurs team, because they had like a lot of dudes score 10.
That 2014 Spurs is the last time.
Let's go!
Okay. So, no, but you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. They are the last team to win that had a scorer out that did not have even a top 20. Tony Parker was their leading scorer in the playoffs, and he was the 26th. Best scorer in the playoffs that year.
Because they all average like 10 points a game.
17.4 points per game. Dude, it's like he's 17, Duncan 16, and then Ginobili and Kawhi are like right below that. That team was so freaking awesome.
They cold.
So the last time a team that won the title was led by someone that was not a top 10 scorer in the playoffs.
Oh, let's see. Champs. Jason Tatum, and it was cold.
It was the 2024 Celtics.
It was the Celtics?
It was last year. Jason Tatum was 15th in the playoffs in scoring, and Jaylen Brown was 17th.
Interesting, because they did kind of have strength in numbers too last year.
And then you go further. The 2008 Celtics, KG was 14th, and Paul Pierce was 17th. And the 2007 Spurs, Duncan was 13th, and Parker was 16th. I found one of these the most interesting. In 2003, the 2003 playoffs, this will blow your mind.
I love being my mind blown.
I just love being blown, man.
I love my mind blown, especially when my toes curl.
Who was 10th in postseason scoring? This guy, for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This guy played 6 playoff games, and he was 10th in the playoffs in scoring.
Wally Zerbiak.
No.
KG?
KG was 5th, tied for 5th in playoff scoring.
Wally Zerbiak.
No.
Latrell Sprewell?
No.
Stephon,
and it's not Sam Cassell either.
Stephon Marbury.
No.
You said it's a.
This dude averaged. The Timberwolves played 6 playoff games in 2003, and this dude averaged 23.5 points per game.
Bro, is it what's that dude? Martin Trent Hassel.
It's not Trenton Hassel.
Rashad McCants.
No.
It's not Zerbiak.
It's not Zerbiak.
Dog, I'm out.
Troy Hudson.
Oh, hell no. Number 16?
Troy Hudson. 16 is a nasty number.
Yeah, it's a disgusting number.
It's a disgusting number.
Yeah, I don't like 16 as a basketball number.
So,
it's a bad basketball number.
I just found that's the one thing when I was looking at all these things, I was like, Troy Hudson averaged 23.5 points per game.
Hey, I have possible good news for my Pacers.
Yeah, no, I want to hear it.
Yes, sirs, by the way.
The yes sirs. Yeah, the yes sirs.
Yesers.
Oh, someone in the chat said Terrell Brandon. Terrell Brandon would have been a good guess.
It's a bucket. Yeah. Roser, you know the people talk about the Thunder having a great defense, right? They're one of the best defensive teams in NBA history.
Their defense has actually gotten better in the playoffs than it was in the regular season.
You know one thing the Thunder do not do well, Roser. You know one thing they do not do well defending. You know, CJ? Do you know?
Corner 3.
Corner threes.
The corner 3.
You know who shoots a high clip at corner threes? John Roser and CJ Hurt.
The Indiana Pacers.
No team in the NBA in the playoffs and the regular season allows more corner threes than the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Pacers are shooting 47% from Trey Land on corner threes in the playoffs. So that's a good omen for me. Get that ball to the corner somehow, some way. Also, another good omen in the 2 games where the Thunder beat the Pacers, Chet Holmgren did not play. And I don't know what it is, but that small ball lineup messed up the Pacers. I think the Pacers are going to have success, bro, with them playing the 2 bigs. It's going to force Mark Daigneault to play 1 big tonight. I think they're going to put Chet in so many pick and rolls and cook him and just put him in. He's going to be struggling. So I think that 2 big lineup is going to struggle for them more than people think that Chet's going to be a X factor.
So no, there's some. I was watching this video of this. What is her Twitter handle? It's Twitter. Twitter's down all the time now.
Yeah, Twitter's broken.
Yeah. I mean, Elon's pissed off everybody politically and business-wise in the country now.
But he's no longer doing the Doge thing, so he should be able to focus on his shitty app now.
Yeah, he should be able to.
He should be able to. Also,
it's just this guy. She was on. She covers the Pacers, but she covers like all the X's and O's for the Pacers. And one of the things she brought up, one of the biggest things I thought she said was, I'm trying to find her handle on here if I can get logged into Twitter, and I'll actually tell you who it is so I can give her credit.
You got to give her credit, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I was watching this video that she had put out, and I think one of the it touches on Chet. Her name is Caitlin Cooper. Caitlin Cooper. She does a Basketball She Wrote, just a blog about the Indiana Pacers.
Shout out CC.
Yeah. It's Pascal Siakam. I think Siakam is bigger than anything, and it might be bigger than Halliburton in this series, even though Halliburton is the guy who handles the ball, and we know that the turnovers, that's what Oklahoma City wants to do. But it's like Siakam is an amazing like touch screener, where he has this way where he looks like he's about to set this like really hard screen, but then he just touches you and he slips and he just cuts right in. He said that is going to cause Chet Holmgren what to do is when they do that, most teams end up switching and he gets Siakam. He gets posted up and he's usually the little guy ends up fronting him, but it's a small man right there in front of him and they just throw it over the top. Because they'll end up having Miles Turner out top and it'll be like Halliburton or Nembhard here and they'll have the ball and Siakam comes right here. And then he just touches and dives. And if you pretend to cover that up, well, they're just going to throw it over to Miles Turner. Miles Turner can knock down a three.
He's going to have to shoot it.
And then if you do throw it to Miles and you then swarm out to him, boom, Siakam's wide open right over the top of that.
Yeah, but the thing is, you said they're good at it. You know who's really good at the touch screen? It gets a lot of open shots for people. Chet and Hartenstein.
Yeah.
SGA gets so many open buckets because he goes on both sides and you have to figure out what he's doing. But I just think there's the Chet thing. He hadn't played against the Pacers, bro, and it's a little bit different. When they play that small ball on him with the Thunder, it put them in hell because they put CJ Hurt on Pascal Siakam.
Yeah,
and he gave him problems. I just think it's going to be easier for Siakam to get off. The Halliburton thing with Dort, like I looked it up too. He had his worst numbers of the season against Dort. All that blah 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 blah. You had Nembhard handle the ball more. Blah 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 blah. I think Halliburton, they've read enough of that, bro. They're going to figure out ways. Like we talked about before, bro. Carlisle's going to have to figure this out.
I think Chris...
Coach him up, bro. Coach him up.
I dismissed it a little bit, but more and more I've thought about it. I'm like, man, Chris was right the other day. Like, that's their advantage, Indiana, is Carlisle. Like, you have that advantage there. You got a head coach who has won an NBA championship, who's been in all kinds of games on that sideline. Nothing phases him. He has adapted. He was coaching back when the 2004 Pistons were doing, Larry Brown was the head coach of that team. But, like, Carlisle coached the Indiana Pacers when they had those Pistons-Pacers, Malice at the Palace, and the teams were scoring, 76 to 71 games. Like, he has coached that style, and he coaches the style that Indiana plays now. Like, Carlisle adapts to everything, and that is the Pacers' advantage.
I know you hate the Pacers. I know you think the Pacers is a fluke, CJ.
I don't hate them. I just acknowledge what they've done. And what they've done is they beat the Cavs, who gave 2 games away immediately. They beat the Knicks, who gave a game away game 1. They beat the Bucks, who... if they catch the ball on the sideline, they win that game. No, they let the ball go through their hands and watch it roll through their legs, right? Like they've done their job, and they got here in part not only because they did their job, but also because teams they played gave games away. And the Thunder aren't going to give games away. The Thunder go up 14 in the last 3 minutes of a game. You're not going to win that. If the Thunder up 7, 8, 9 points with 50 seconds left, you're not winning that either.
Unless it's Denver in game 1 of that series.
I know, right? and they got Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon, what you doing, bro?
What do you think is a bigger challenge for Oklahoma City's defense? Solving Jokic or solving the Pacers' pace?
Solving Jokic. The Thunder want to run anyway.
Yeah, that's what they want to do.
So we're all on the same page that, like, because that's what I thought when they beat Denver. I was like,
Jokic.
That's what I thought. I was like, okay, they're going to win the title. Like that was their 2015 Warriors against the Grizzlies. They had to solve that and figure that out. And Conley had a busted face, and Tony had a busted hamstring. Otherwise, I think we would have beaten the Warriors that year. I'll stand on that forever. But they got through that. They acknowledged how tough of a series that was. And I tend to feel like that Denver series, that was the one for Oklahoma City where it's like that is going to test you. that's the test.
I think if they just
got through
hold on to the rock, bro, because another number is the team that commits the lowest amount of turnovers in the playoffs so far, the teams are 54-20.
Yeah.
So
and Oklahoma City is a monster at it.
They want to turn. They turn you over, bro. You're gonna lose by 25.
They're you're
gonna get destroyed. Like they're like offensive numbers and defensive numbers, like on that Warriors. Warriors team level.
Was it one of those games against the Timberwolves in the West Finals? It was like Minnesota shot better from the field. They shot better from three. They shot better from the free throw line. They had more rebounds, and they got murdered in points off turnovers.
I think they had like 7 turnovers in the first quarter, and if I remember that game correctly, they gave up like 28, 31.
It was like 28 to 12 points off turnovers.
You gotta hold on to the ball. If you hold on to the ball, the thing with the big number for me, the Pacers, of course, the turnovers. Everybody's talking about the turnovers. The big Pacer numbers to me, bro. You gotta hit trays. Because if you hit trays, because the way they play defense, bro, they shrink everything in the paint.
Yeah.
You drive, they shrink. And that kick out is there, bro. If you hit at least, I would say this, you got to hit a minimum 15 threes if you're the Pacers. Minimum. I need 15. 15 threes. Because, bro, like.
What they average in the regular season? Let's take a look.
I don't know. But the game Minnesota beat the game when Minnesota beat the Thunder, it was role players hit shots. And hoop. It was kind of a perfect storm. So I don't know if the Pacers can get a perfect storm 4 times. But I think if you're going to be competitive, bro, you got to hit that 3-point line is going to have to be your friend, bro. And for sure to the corner 3 points. I'm not rolling with the Pacers because the Thunder are just a juggernaut. But
just sound like you rolling with the Pacers, though.
I just don't want the Thunder to win.
Well, I don't know what you're gonna do, Devin, because they're gonna win. Like there's nothing Indiana.
It's already.
I know, man. It's
CJ, we're trying to talk ourselves into something that
I'm gonna talk myself into it, bro. I'm talking myself into a reason that the Pacers can do this, bro.
The Pacers made in the post. They're making about 13 threes a game in the postseason. In the regular season, they're making their average. They were 13.2 in the regular season, and they are in the playoffs. The Pacers are 13.4.
Well, I need you to hit 12 to 13.
But their offensive rating is better. Their offensive rating is better in the postseason than it was in the regular season.
12 to 13, because like the issue with the pace thing, I know the pace thing is going to be they run up and down the court. The difference in what the Thunder do and what the Knicks don't do is they don't get back on defense. They want to run, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to see all those Pascal Siakam's 2-pass, layup, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the Thunder going to be back on defense. So that's the thing with me is, like, if you can hit threes, bro, I think you'll find a way to be in this series.
We're going to find out if the Thunder, like you said, the Thunder want to get up and down. Can they play that fast with Indiana?
Oh, hell yeah. They young, bro. They got young legs.
Yeah.
Like, they ain't nobody on their team. Nah, the Knicks were kind of older and they play one style where one guy dribbles the basketball. The Thunder want to run up and down the court.
The reason I said Siakam, why I think Siakam is also the key, is Siakam has won a title. Siakam's won a championship. Caruso's won a championship. Siakam, I think, the reason I think Siakam's bigger than Caruso, not because Siakam is like the better overall player, but like I don't see SGA like losing his head during like tight moments. Cool. I don't see he's too cool. I can see Halliburton kind of getting a little wild and out of control, and I think Siakam has to be that guy that reins them in when things start to get slippery. If he can, he's got to be the guy to do that.
You say he gets wild out of control. I'm here to tell you that's not Tyrese Halliburton's game.
He doesn't turn it over.
Over the last 3 seasons, Rosa, only 3 players in the NBA have played at least 5,000 minutes and assisted on 40% of his team's points on a less than 15% turnover rate. Who are the 3 players? So it's Tyrese at 11%.
What's the numbers? Wait, you
40% of the team's points in a less than 15% turnover rate.
A less than 15% turnover.
So you got Tyrese at 11%, which is the lowest out of the group. And you got 2 other dudes who have the ball a lot.
Yeah, it has to be guys who have the ball.
In this playoffs?
Yeah, in the NBA. This is over the last 3 seasons.
Give it to me one more time.
Over the last 3 seasons.
Ja doesn't count because he don't play.
Why do you got to do that?
Well, I don't mean it like that. Don't take it that way.
I'm taking it that way. I'm taking it that
way.
Well, you love saying that. It's once a show. You say the sentence. Ja doesn't play basketball.
Fair.
It's like
reminding
clockwork.
Everybody.
It's like me telling Jaden to play the video.
Harden.
Nah.
Okay.
The 2 guys are dudes that they control the games, bro.
That's why I said
Luka.
Harden.
Luka's one, the other one, and there's one more, who we just brought up, who was you consider the final boss for the Thunder.
Shea?
Oh, it's SGA?
No, the final balls that they beat. Who was the final balls?
Oh, Jokic.
Jokic. So it's Jokic, Luka, and Tyrese Halliburton.
It's crazy. He's really a point guard.
Yeah. So it's
those
those
7-foot centers a point
those
guard.
three are the ones on the list, and Tyrese has the lowest turnover rate out of all those three at 11.7%, I think.
Yeah. This is why
I don't think it'll rattle him, bro.
But this is where it's first time in the finals. And Dort or Caruso or Jalen Williams. Dude, they have so many bodies they can throw.
And they got at least 9+ defenders on their team.
They do.
They have 9+ defenders. And like I'm worried about because Lou Dort, the physicality bothers Tyrese a little bit. But you gotta figure, bro, it's the stage, bro. It's a big stage. You gotta figure it out. Like Nembhard can handle the rock a little bit, but you need Tyrese to be Tyrese. Like you can't afford Pablo Prigioni, Raymond Felton numbers in the NBA Finals.
Why are you going with Pablo Prigioni?
I keep saying his name. Name another. Jose Calderon.
What did they?
I can't afford those numbers.
I was about to. Remember we had CP the franchise on. We were talking about all the Knicks players that were going to be there at the Garden, and I was going to be like, if they ain't invite Pablo Prigioni, then I don't want to hear it. I was going to say
he's on the coaching staff.
He coaches for the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
He's on the Timberwolves staff. All right.
He's on the coaching staff.
So the game we played yesterday with you, Devin, you'll get to participate again. I thought you did a great job. I nailed it. I thought you would get between 10 and 13, and y'all did. Y'all nailed 12 of them, 12 of the 17. I've got 20 new players today, and Rob Fischer, who has been traveling on the road with the Grizzlies since the 2007-2008 season, so that's as far back as I went.
Okay.
I want to see. I think a little bit more difficult today. There aren't the Jamichael Greens and the Gorgie Jing in there. There's none of that.
Okay.
We're going to find out, does Rob Fischer remember ball?
There's no chance.
Does Rob Fischer remember ball? And you guys are free to participate in this too, but I've got 20 players this time, and we'll talk some NBA Finals too. We're also going to say RIP to the Downtown Hooters.
All together. We're going to tell you, hey, bro, what a great.
We're going to say that. We're going to talk about the Downtown Hooters. We've all
look
had,
at
that. Where's the U-Haul's gone? They took everything.
They took the U-Haul.
There was a U-Haul out there earlier.
My guy pulled up in a towel like CJ on his head and took the chairs from the patio.
And then we think we saw some lady came up with her kid.
We're not even sure if he was a Hooters worker. That might have just been a dude.
He probably just saw it on the news and he's like, oh, I'm going to go down to Hooters.
Patio chairs? Shit, I need some for the summer.
You know, there's this video, I think it's this Instagram video, where I can't remember, they said, if you and somebody else put on like a t-shirt and like some work pants and just take a ladder and said you can get in anywhere with that.
Yeah.
Just walk in like and you're just like, you can make your way to the back of any place.
A person with a ladder can get in.
A person with a ladder can get in.
Because they look like they got some shit to do.
Look like you're on there for
as
some
long
work.
as you like walk like you know where you're supposed to be going. And then don't stop when somebody's like, hey, whoa. You can go anywhere.
I think we need to go
anywhere. CJ, you sound like you've done it before.
Hey,
what do you mean? Do
y'all want to go get a ladder and go to Hooters?
Let's do it.
We can
get some free wings. Hey, I
don't think they're cooking anything, but like maybe they still got some merch on the walls.
Would you eat the wings that are left in there?
Yes.
Because it would be in the freezer.
I feel like
I'd take the freezer wings.
To be honest, I think if we're being honest right now, the vibes in the place made the wings taste better.
The vibes in
no man, the stinks in the building.
I think Hooters wings are awesome.
The stinks in the building, man. You ever take Hooters wings to go?
Yeah.
No, they don't taste the same.
Yeah. So
they don't taste the same. The vibes in the building make them taste a little bit better.
No, I get that 20-piece 3 Mile Island.
What do you think? Do you think they taste the same outside of Hooters?
I've never gotten Hooters wings to go.
I quit getting ask BLJ. Dude, I'm not kidding you. When I first started working here, BLJ downstairs, I was like, bro, where do you get those from? BLJ every day for lunch. You can ask him this. Would go to Hooters and get smoked wings. He'd get their smoked wings.
I'm gonna ask him if they taste the same because
every day for lunch he'd get smoked wings and bring them back here for
Hooters. Me. Depending on the vibes in the area, that tells me how good the wings taste.
So something about looking at titties while you eat the wings make them taste better.
Make them taste better. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It hit a little harder when you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you got a little stink in the orange shorts walking around, you know what I'm saying? They hit a little. Them Daytona Beaches tastes like heaven when you got a little joint in orange shorts.
Some of those girls were on some hard drugs.
Okay, see, don't do that. Let's talk about
they were
Rob Fischer, where you at?
I had a couple of waitresses. Like,
oh no,
her hand like fell in the blue cheese. She's like, here.
I will say,
at that Hooters?
I will say, Roser, if we're a power ranking the Hooters in Memphis, that may be the worst one.
Yeah.
That may have been the worst one.
Yeah.
No, actually, yeah, that may. The Hickory Ridge one was pretty ass.
They
too.
were responsible one time, though. They cut me off from drinking one time.
Oh, good for them.
Well, it's because there was a UFC fight, so they made me start ordering food.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, all right. Well, Rob Fischer will join us after this. I know Rob's got stories about the Downtown Hooters. We'll talk about that. We'll test. We'll see if Rob knows
stories he wants to share.
Chris Vernon,
I don't want him to share
John
any.
Roser,
I don't
Devin
know
Walker,
stories. No.
and CJ Hurt, Chris Vernon Show. We'll be back after this.
Last week, I gave you the update about my son Kevin in terms of having to choose.
Has he made the decision?
He picked Tennessee State.
Oh, my heart, Mike.
The next day, we got an email from the director of Tuskegee's program laying out everything that they were going to be doing, and he flip-flopped.
There we go.
He flip-flopped. So he's going to be going down to Tuskegee.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
You've seen the Grizz line jamming on the court and rocking out on Beale Street, and this is your chance to join the best drum line in the NBA. Grizz line entertains Grizz Nation at home games and events in the Mid-South through their impressive techniques and energetic shows. If you have experience in drumming and marching and love entertaining, Grizz line is the perfect opportunity for you to combine percussion and performance. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Sign up today by visiting grizzlies.com/auditions.
Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Bain tries.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead.
Yeah!
Durant with a knockaway.
Good defense.
Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
There's no doubt. Let's go.
The Grizzlies, Grannies, and Grandpas have the right moves and are currently looking for new members to join their team for the upcoming season. These soulful seniors are a fan favorite group throughout Grizz Nation. You do not have to be a grandparent, but you must be at least 50 years old with personality, rhythm, and passion for performing. If that sounds like you, then we want to see you on Sunday, June 29th. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information. Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies on home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris
On one morning
Vernon.
bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I'd been speeding on that train that would bring me back again to that girl I left in sunny Tennessee. I could hear those voices singing as she bid farewell to me.
All right. We're back. Chris Vernon Show. Grind City Media. Grind City Media YouTube. GrindCityMedia.com. We've got so Fish can't cheat at this a little bit later. Rob Fischer.
Hey,
all around.
hey.
Oh, hey, single on Fish.
Hello, everybody.
That's a single on Fish. That's a single on Fish. Rob Fischer is the pregame, halftime, postgame host for the FanDuel Sports Network.
That's right.
For the Grizzlies and sideline reporter. He is the host of the Odds Couple Monday and Thursday.
Yeah.
Night Court.
Yeah.
With Brevin Knight. What else do you do? You also do what Chris does. You sit in carpool lines
I sit
for
in
kids.
carpool lines. I Uber children.
Uber children.
You do.
You Uber children.
You do a lot, Fish Nation.
Yeah. I'm a busy fellow. Yeah.
You even got like a folder with paper in it.
Everybody's like, how's your off season going? I'm like, driving kids around. I was in the car for 4 hours yesterday.
Fish cannot wait for that first West Coast road trip again.
Oh.
So excited for that West Coast road trip.
He also thinks you think teachers deserve a raise too, huh?
Absolutely.
See, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Go teachers. Teachers having to put up with these children and trying to teach children and have them pay attention to them.
Because you have to drive them around. And you're like, get them kids out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel you.
We're dropping them off to you.
Yeah, I feel you.
So, Fish, I played this game yesterday with this is one of my favorite things on.
First of all, can I say R.I.P. to Hooters?
R.I.P. to Hooters. Yeah, I mean, how many memories you have from the Downtown Hooters?
Very many.
Very many.
You know, when I started here in Memphis in 2002.
Yeah.
The radio station I was at, Sports 56, we carried the Grizzlies games at the time. So I did a pregame and postgame show from Hooters for like 2-3 years.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, so you're familiar with the Hooters joints.
Oh, yeah. All the food, everything. I mean, eating every night and becoming friends with the people.
The vibes.
Did you ever waitress almost pass out in your favorite one?
No, that never happened.
Can we turn that Hooters into a Twin Peaks? By the way, who gets the sign?
Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is great.
Shout out Twin Peaks, bro.
I was telling them during the
Shout
break.
out Twin Peaks.
I was telling them
Wait,
during
why's
the
my
break,
guy just
Fish,
walking in and out? Put that camera back up, Jalen. Why's my guy just walking around the Hooters?
About another great establishment, speaking of Twin Peaks, is the Twin Peaks in Hoover, Alabama.
Oh, I think he just got the news that they're closing.
Good spot. Good spot.
CJ, I think he just got the news that Hooters is
I
closing.
think that is like a.
Did that guy try to go in?
Yeah, he tried to
to.
Is that Mike Wallace?
All black men don't look alike.
Or is that Lamont? Is that Lamont?
Damn, bro. Hey, yo,
CJ Roser.
Hey, CJ. Hey, my guy was.
You're right here.
Look, he's looking back at the Hooters like, damn, what? Hey, bro, you know what?
That's like one of those.
He's like, what happened to the Hooters,
He's about
man?
to ask those people right next to him, hey, do you know what happened over here?
I guarantee you, he has a favorite waitress he talks to every day at the same time, and he's disappointed that she's not going to be in there anymore.
He's going to go walk up to the.
He even wore his nice.
Where's he going? Where's he going, Jeremy?
We need to send somebody out there to ask him how he feels.
He even wore his nice orange jacket today.
He wore his nice jacket for his stink at the Hooters.
Is he going to go in orange too? Well, that was like kind of cream, peaches and cream or whatever. Yeah. He's going up to Flying Saucer to get himself a pretzel. Now, shout out the Flying Saucer.
Shout out to the saucer. Many memories of the saucer too.
Yeah. Oh, the saucer and the saucer's still there. I have tons of memories from the Flying Saucer. You know, it is one of those things. Did your parents ever like tell you something? Did they ever go, hey, you driver, if you ever driven around with them when you were younger, and they're like, you know, that used to be whatever when I was growing up, and you're just kind of like, yeah, whatever, like whatever, and it's not that anymore. It is amazing how many things in Memphis now that I do that with. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, bro.
You just, like,
it's a lot of things that
Hooters
are gone.
now.
It's Peabody Place.
Like, even out east now, like, Houston's being gone. I never knew that building to be anything else other than Houston's. And, like, what is it going to be now? It's going to be weird when it becomes something else. Buckley's down the street.
The Windjammer.
No more. The Windjammer.
Can I give a shout out to a couple of breakfast places I've gone to this week?
Oh,
wait, you eat a lot of breakfast?
Well, taking the children.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Listen.
You take the child to soccer camp at 7:20 in the morning.
Wait, you don't feed them first?
Heck no.
Not even a banana or nothing?
No, they get up and we leave. Boom. On the way.
Okay, where do y'all go?
She goes soccer practice from 7:20 to 8:45.
Okay.
So I can't really go home.
Kid's about to be in the hospital, passed out from soccer practice.
It's not that hot yet.
So wait, give me the places. Give me the places you've been.
I went to Three Little Pigs.
Okay, for breakfast.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It was very good over on Quince.
Okay.
And White Station, I think.
Fire barbecue.
It was very good. It had their hash browns were fantastic.
Okay.
Great hash browns. And then I went to Gary's Market.
Gary's Market?
Yeah, you familiar with Gary's Market?
No, I'm not.
All right. You ever heard of Gary's Market?
I'm unfamiliar.
It's on Pendleton, and it's in Orange Mountain.
Get well. 48 Gary's Market soul food.
What you doing just hanging out in Orange Mountain, Fish?
Breakfast.
Wait, is she playing soccer in the mound?
Yeah, what is
Okay, hang on. It's on Pendleton. Is it on Pendleton?
Why is this man just in Orange Mountain?
Okay, so there's Gary's Market Soul Food, which is on Getwell, and then there's Gary's Grocery Market, which is where you were. That's on Pendleton. All right, let's look at this place.
Where is it by?
Yeah.
Man, you know this place is good when it doesn't have a website.
Park in Pendleton?
If a place doesn't have a website, a food place doesn't, you know it's good.
Wait.
And wait,
It was the best breakfast sandwich I've had.
I drive by that place.
Best breakfast sandwich I've had.
Their Wednesday special is beef stew, but today's Thursday.
Rob, is that across the street from is there a Church's Chicken near that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I didn't
Oh, you're talking about the tire spot right there?
I kept my head straight.
Kept it straight.
Oh, you kept it straight. You didn't make eye contact with nobody?
So
I
they
did.
say
I made eye contact with people. I had to when I ordered my breakfast.
They say this place.
And when they put the eggs on the sandwich, I mean, it is.
Really?
And then they saran wrap it.
What's it called again?
Oh,
Is
man.
that
Gary's Grocery Market. It's at 2240 Pendleton. So I'm just looking at some comments about the place.
Gary's
person
Market.
said, so for lunch, apparently their lunch, they have like a line gets wrapped around the place for lunch. But apparently the steak dressing, meatloaf, spaghetti, casserole, all your veggies.
In big portions.
In huge portions, yeah. They got a Facebook page. Yeah, when they have a when their website is their Facebook page, you I'm with it. Yeah. This looks good here.
Good pictures.
Fish, you just in the mound hanging out, bro?
Just in the mound hanging out.
Yeah, who
man,
told you
getting
about
breakfast.
this place, though?
A buddy of mine. He said, let's go to Orange Mound and get breakfast. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm in your truck.
All right.
I'm glad you're in the mound hanging out, man.
What else?
Shout out
So
to you,
Gary's
Fish.
Grocery, where else did you say?
And then the third one was Elwood Shack.
Oh,
Yeah,
Elwood's, the
Elwood
OG.
Shack.
The OG over on Perkins. And that was, oh my gosh, the biscuit was amazing and the sandwich was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, the three new places that I hadn't been for breakfast, and all three were terrific.
Shout them out again. All three of them.
Elwood Shack, Gary's Market, and the third one was Three Little Pigs.
Shout out to the
Dude, I used to eat when we were over at 92.9. Chris and I used to go to that Three Little Pigs right there.
Yeah.
We used to go there all the time and get the country ham biscuits. Yeah. Three Little Pigs is good, definitely a good spot. Love shouting out the local businesses.
Yeah.
Fish, do you think you remember a lot about the players that have come through this organization since you traveled with the team?
No.
I've seen you wear player-worn gear that you get sometimes.
I do.
Yeah, you got Jaws on his feet right now.
Yeah. I do.
Did you get those from John Moran himself?
No, I didn't. I bought these,
Okay.
and I like them. They're very comfortable. Jaw 2s.
Jaw 2s, yeah. You tapped in. You tapped in.
Can't believe you have to pay for Jaws. I feel like they've got like thousands of boxes of Jaws in there for people.
Every time I see Ja, and every time I do a walk-off with him, or anytime he looks at my shoes or says something about my shoes, I'm like, size 12. Size 12.
Say, let's do a swap.
Size 12
let's
for 12.
do a swap.
Size 12 for 12.
I think that's what size he wears.
Yeah,
size 12
that's
for
the size
12.
he wears.
Yeah,
So
he wears size 12.
it's perfect. I'm sure he's got plenty.
Well, I did this yesterday. This is one of my favorite things on Instagram. Is this guy, he says, how well do you know ball? Blank edition. He'll pick a team. Right. The Phoenix Suns or the Seattle Seahawks or whoever, and he just lists about 15 players, shows their picture, and he gives you X amount of seconds to guess who they are. And based on how many you get right, it's do you know ball or no.
Right.
So I did this yesterday with Devin and Bennett, and I thought they would get between 10 and 13. Jalen down there, our technical director, said he thought 7. Turns out I was right. They got 12 of them right.
12?
And
right.
I said, you know what? I want to do this with Fish. Now, these are all different players.
Fish,
except for one of them.
I could.
You say 10. Is that, hey, Jalen, who down there, did anybody down there do this? Way under 10, yeah. This is way tougher, but I want to see.
This will be
hit my music. Give me my music, CJ.
Hit the music, CJ.
I feel like we're going to start off a little easy
do we
here,
have
though.
Good. Zebo?
No.
No.
Who
Jamal
is?
Tinsley.
That is Jamal Tinsley.
Yeah.
Who's our next one?
Massenberg.
No.
No.
I feel like you have talked to me about this
He's
guy
like
before.
skinny Trey Jemison.
Big man. He's a big man.
Big man. Oh, man. I can't remember his name.
He went to DePaul.
Darrell Arthur.
Nah,
He went to Kansas.
Okay, good.
Nothing. I got nothing for you.
Stephen Hunter.
That's Stephen Hunter. He looks so
man.
young in that picture. Stephen Hunter's the one that broke the news about Allen Iverson to our television.
That's what it
crew.
was. You told me, yeah. Stephen Hunter came downstairs.
AI's gone.
And
Sean
you-
Tui said, what do you mean gone? He goes, he's gone.
He's gone. It's crazy.
He's gone.
And that's,
This is a security
I know
guard.
that one. That's AJ.
That is Alexander Johnson. Shout out.
One of my favorite Grizzlies.
He looks like the dude who tried to kill 88 Alex Cabot in Law & Order SVU.
That
If you know, you
that
know.
Grizzly jersey is loose as a mud, bro. By the way. Bano.
No,
that's my guy. Marco
Yarick.
Marco, oh yeah. My bad, wrong.
All right,
guy.
Fun guy to hang out with.
Y'all better get this next one.
Oh, Lester Hudson.
Lester Hudson. There we
The
go.
only player in college basketball history with a quadruple double.
Y'all are 4 for 5 right now. It gets a little tougher. Gets tougher. Who do we got?
Bro, who is this dude?
Jason Smith?
Hey, you can't get mad at me for saying Lamont Michael down there.
I can.
It's our race. We can't get mad about
We
it.
can't be racist about ourselves.
This is definitely Jason Smith.
Is that that's not Andre Brown.
That is Andre Brown. That's right.
Shout out Jason Smith.
Shout out Jason Smith, man,
All
legend.
right,
I got a
next
good Andre
one.
Bro,
Brown
who?
story, too.
This is not a real person.
That's not a real Grizzly.
Yeah, it is.
CJ, look at this
Ivoroni.
dude. Look at this dude, bro. Who is this dude?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Is he on a team picture?
So I remember.
They gave him a jersey. He played at Mount Moriah. You want a Grizzly jersey, bro?
So
Who is this dude?
no. This is how I remember this, is because
There's like 7 people in the crowd.
I'll tell you this: his name is not as famous. It's more famous for a golfer.
Tiger Woods? What are we
No,
talking
his
about
name
here?
is not Tiger Woods. You think of his name, and when you say his name, you think of a golfer.
Scotty Scheffler?
Brooks
No.
Koepka.
No.
Tony Finau.
Where he be now?
No. How many black guys named Brooks?
Xander Schaff, touche. Xander Schauffele.
Jack Nicholson.
5,
Nicholas.
4, 3.
Which
2.
one is it? Is it Jack
I think
Nicholson
it's
or
Jack
Nicholas?
Nicholson.
Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones.
Bro, that is
Bobby
not. That's
Jones.
not a
I've
real.
never heard a golfer named Bobby Jones in my life.
Bobby Jones.
I
Neither.
remember
I
he
know
was
that.
here. I believe he was here when it was Kevin Durant's rookie year, and the Grizzlies actually played well against Durant his rookie season, and our team sucked because Ivoroni's we sucked.
Who is this dude?
And I remember asking Mark Ivoroni after the game, about what do you guys do so well against Kevin Durant. He started talking about Bobby Jones. It's like how, that's why I remember Bobby Jones.
That's Torrance Kinsey.
That is Torrance Kinsey.
Okay.
So
Kobe Stopper.
Yeah. So not really. Because Jalen, if you can YouTube this, if you can find this on YouTube, one of my favorite moments was from a Grizzlies game that I remember. Well, it's not really one of my favorites, but you can YouTube Kobe Bryant dunk on Torrance Kinsey. I believe that.
I believe at some point during the game, Kobe Bryant asked, "Who is this
Luke,
guy?"
Luke put it in the chat. Play it.
Okay, Luke put it.
Play the video, Jalen.
So I remember this. This is the end of the first half. Kobe Bryant drives. He gets pissed off because he doesn't get a foul call against Torrance Kinsey, and then the Lakers get the ball back, and Kobe says, "Give me the effing ball." And this is what happens.
Play the ball.
This
Play
is
the
my
video,
Torrance Kinsey. I was
Jalen.
sitting next to Chris Harrington when this happened, and we just looked at each other like, "Yeah, okay, this is."
There we go.
So this is Kobe. Into the first half.
Is that Javaris Crittenton?
It might be Crittenton. Or Smush Parker.
Smush Parker.
And Kobe is like,
Hezzy.
Dang.
What did he fall for?
Sorry,
Yeah, why did he
Torrance
fall?
Kinsey. He's probably trying to set some charge on Kobe. He thought he was going to get it because he was physical with them on the previous play. I know why. He was physical with them on the previous play, and Kobe didn't get the foul call. And he probably thought, if I try to get physical here, they're going to give Kobe the foul. So I'm going to try to take some weak charge.
He's Kobe effing Bryant, bro.
Yeah, he's Kobe Bryant. Everybody got Kobe stories. Next up.
Bro,
there we go.
These dudes look sleepy as a mud on these photos, boy. Who
all
are these
look like
dudes?
10-day dudes.
These Grizzly jerseys.
He might have
boy.
been. I don't know.
That headband is weak, bro. That's a weak headband.
It looks like Bonzi Wells' son.
It does look like Bonzi Wells' son.
Yeah, Fonzie Wells. Shout out to you.
You say Fonzie Wells?
Fonzie Wells. That's the
Fonzie
homie,
Wells.
Fonzie. Who is that, bro? There's a reason why these photos are 280p, by the way.
Tony Roden.
No.
No, I don't know who this guy is.
That is Jeremy Richardson.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You
don't
Bro,
even
we had
count.
some random
You
players for
remember
this
him? You remember
organization,
Jeremy
boy.
Richardson?
I remember his name, but
Yeah.
I don't remember what he looked like.
All right, next up.
What is this?
Is that
Yeah, bro. What?
Oh, Fish, I feel like you should get this one.
I should get this one.
You should. Yeah, I bet if I would have shown the picture of him shooting.
Quentin Ross?
Quentin Ross! Let's go!
Good job.
That's a good one,
I thought it was
Fish.
Jay Farrell.
That was who?
Jay Farrell.
Jay, the comedian?
Yes.
Next up.
Oh, my boy got a round head, boy. It's Peanut.
Yeah, somebody in the streets, they call him Peanut.
Hey, they call him Peanut?
They call him Peanut.
They call him
in the
Peanut?
streets.
It's from like 2012.
That boy got a nugget.
Oh, my goodness.
Like Jared Bayless with more hair.
I know, right? Bro, all he got is a media day photo. He didn't play
He's
no games.
more famous for college. And playing against
thanks, Roser.
He's more famous for playing in a game against the Tigers.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Roser.
It's one of the most famous Tiger basketball games of all time.
Okay.
He was on the other team. He was the point guard.
Bro,
on
this
the other
dude
team.
look old as a mud, bro. Is that AC Law?
That is AC Law.
Yeah, that boy.
That's what AC Law looks
Ever
like.
since I seen AC Law.
That's what AC Law looks
AC
like.
Law was a bucket of A&M, boy.
Yeah.
He was a bucket of
one
Texas
of the most
A&M.
famous Tiger games ever.
That man was a left-handed sniper.
Man.
Ooh, that boy.
Y'all gotten 8. All right, who is this?
Who is this guy?
Who uncle is this,
Very
bro?
famous college basketball player. Played at Kentucky.
He played in 1971.
He played at
Scott
Kentucky.
Pollard.
Oh, you're close. He played at Kansas.
Scott.
It starts with a P. You had that right. This doesn't count because you missed it. I've given you too many hints on this.
I know.
I shouldn't count AC Law either, but I'll give you that one.
Scott Pollard. No, Scott.
Paget. Scott Paget.
Bro.
All right, let's see
How
if you
many
can
games did he play?
Let's see if you can
These dudes. I wonder if these dudes kept all these jerseys, bro. We made them get these jerseys back. These dudes. Y'all can't have these. Give them jerseys back, bro.
Bro, by the way, we need to bring those back.
No, those are
For the
ugly.
throwbacks. No, they are not.
With the weird font like that?
Bring those back.
Bring them back where?
They're better than the regular ones we wear now.
No, we need to make new jerseys, Roser.
Oh, no. I'm saying, but we always do a throwback jersey every year or whatever.
I'd rather us
Bring
not
those
wear
back.
those jerseys. Them?
I don't know who this dude is.
That's Junior Harrington.
Oh my god.
It's Junior Harrington.
My little cousin.
Couldn't remember.
Who is this? Bro, they just putting people in Grizzly jerseys, bro. I swear to God.
This is it. I should have done. Is this AI or an actual Grizzlies player?
It looks like some weird combination of Brandon Wright and Tayshaun Prince.
Is this a Grizzlies jersey?
It's their brainchild.
Is this a Grizzlies jersey on just a created person? Is this artificial intelligence, or is this an actual Grizzlies player?
2K generated Grizzlies player.
Oh man, no idea.
That's Trey Gilder.
Trey Gilder.
Bro.
Holy crap. Who I don't think played a game.
Yeah, he didn't play, bro.
But you remember him.
Bro, oh, that's Buckner. That's Buckner, bro.
Hey,
That's
Greg
Buckner. That's Greg Buckner.
What's up, Buck?
What's our next one? Come on.
Oh, that's
guys.
Corey Brewer.
Ronnie Brewer.
Ronnie Brewer.
Ronnie Brewer. Dude, that Fish, you remember that was the 09-10 season.
Yeah.
That was the year we actually should have gone to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Except Ronnie Brewer, we traded for him. And that freaking dude, that first home game with us, it was a Friday night. He did not just pull his hamstring. That dude tore his hamstring like off.
And we never saw him again.
Real quick, do y'all want Trey Gilder's stats?
Yeah.
Gilder, forgive me, no disrespect. Trey Gilder, his career.
He might be dead.
His career, he averaged 1 point per game and half a rebound. He was 100% from the field. In 2 games.
2 games?
2 games.
Wait, he scored 1 point?
He scored 1 point in 2 games.
Not a bucket, a free throw.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trey, bro.
I guess he averaged 1 point per game.
He sleeps in that jersey?
He definitely sleeps in that jersey.
Fish?
That's
Wayne Selden.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Nah, that's
Who is that?
See, that version of the jersey rose I like better, without the curve lettering.
Oh, y'all are at 10 right now. That's really good.
I like these better, Roser, by the way, the jerseys. I don't like the curved Memphis.
Yeah, those are cool too.
I want the straight Memphis Jones.
Those older ones back then that you were looking, those are like the real baggy ones.
Yeah, like 15
Those
pound
are the ones
jerseys.
like if you had like chest hair, it was like all showing.
Yeah, they're just like 15 pounds.
Yeah, the Grizz thing there looked like a damn Superman logo.
Our jerseys were heavy as a mother for no reason.
Yeah. Michigan.
Yeah, I'm fried.
No idea.
Darius Morris.
Oh,
come on, CJ.
Seriously.
Michigan.
All right.
That ain't mini.
All right.
What am I supposed to do with these?
Who are these people?
That is
Kwame Brown.
Is that Stephenson?
Yeah, Alex Stephenson. Let's go, Fish.
Hey,
How about that one?
You cook with that one.
That was a good one,
You
right?
cook.
Next one.
Oh, that's Briante Weber.
That is Briante Weber.
Yeah.
Okay. The last one, Devin can't help.
Oh,
Nobody's been able to get this.
Jason March.
John Lure.
This is the one nobody has gotten.
Tom Jackson.
I even showed this to Luke again this morning. I go, Luke, do you remember this? And he goes, oh, no, I don't. He doesn't even remember it from yesterday.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't remember it.
Bro, look like Jason March, bro.
Brian Scalabrini's alter ego, Ryan Pallerini.
This one's AI.
I said he looked like, what's the name?
I didn't show
one of our
Kwame.
front office people, Chris Macris.
Yeah, he said it looks like Macris. I think it looks like Jason March. March Macris. It's
March, yeah. It's like
all white
March
guys. We all look the
Macris.
same.
Yeah.
Who the hell is this? High key.
Josh Davis. Josh Davis. Look, y'all got 12.
That's not bad, Fish.
That's good.
Is that good?
11 if I don't want to give you AC Law.
No, we get AC
Yeah,
Law.
we
He
get
gets
AC
AC Law.
Law.
I got that one.
That was
We good.
great.
We're a team.
Yeah.
One band, one sound.
I mean, I gave you all the hints on AC Law. That's yeah.
I'll see what I got there, Roser.
Okay.
Eventually.
Eventually, I gave you like 5 minutes to get it.
Yeah. Shout out AC Law, man. One of the coldest college hoopers ever.
I think y'all did good.
Fish, you did cook with that, bro.
I would have. When I looked at it, I was like, who would I realistically have gotten? And I thought 10 to 11 is what I would have gotten.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah. It's.
I was waiting for my guy Leon Poe.
Oh, shout out Leon Poe.
One of my favorites.
Somebody said Kwame Brown. I could have showed Kwame Brown, obviously. Didn't we had him briefly, right?
Yeah, after the Mark trade.
Yeah.
He's on a team picture.
I remember when Kwame was, and we sucked, but this is, we were playing the Lakers one night, and we were doing like man on the street type stuff, me and my buddy Mark, and we had this giant recorder. Like, this is what you had to use to record stuff. Like, you walked around, you didn't have a phone. You had a giant recorder with a microphone attached to the end of it, and you would hold out. Almost looked like a freaking boom box. And we go down to like the 5th row behind where the Lakers are shooting free throws, and the Lakers bench is right there to our left. And the Lakers are killing us, so Kobe's out of the game. Kobe's on the bench. And my buddy yells out while Kwame Brown is standing there underneath the goal about to box out. My buddy yells out. It is dead silent in the arena. He goes, "Hey, Kwame, Stephen A. Smith says you're the worst player in the NBA. Your thoughts?" And we look over. Kwame just glares over or whatever. Kobe Bryant is on the bench about to fall over laughing. Like, Kobe thinks that was like the funniest thing ever. A really prick thing to say now that I look back on it. A jerk thing to do to a player. But yeah.
That's pretty nice.
You trying to get whooped, bro.
Dude, Kwame Brown
will fight you, bro.
Kwame Brown would have killed us.
Yeah. He would have definitely choked you out.
He's country as hell, man.
Yeah, you
Kwame Brown's country as hell.
He definitely would have choked Roser out.
Absolutely would have.
It been a wrap.
Absolutely would have. Fish, a couple things with you. NBA Finals start tonight.
Yep.
How do you? We kind of went through some stuff in the first segment. Basically, like we kind of came to the conclusion for the Pacers, if they're going to win, Carlisle has to be a big advantage. Rick Carlisle on the sidelines with the experience has to be a big advantage. I think Pascal Siakam's leadership of having been there and done that before, and him being a premier player. And then the other thing Devin mentioned was
that line, Fish,
was that corner three. Corner three that OKC gives up, and Indiana is amazing at shooting the corner three. Does it feel like we are just grasping for straws, trying not to drown in what the OKC Thunder is?
Yeah, and I've been doing the same thing this week. You know, every time I think of, because you want it to be a long series, right? I mean, you want to see as much basketball as possible. And so you want it to be a long series. You look at Indiana and you think, well, how can they do it? How have they gotten here? And you look at the things that they do really well. And the problem is you look at Oklahoma City and they do those same things better than they do. I'm hoping it's a close game, or you get a close games, because I want to see Oklahoma City when faced with high leverage situations. I want to see what happens in those. They've had one. They had one high leverage game so far this postseason. It was against Denver, and they pooped the bed. I mean, horrible coaching and horrible execution down the stretch. They had a close game against the Grizzlies as well, the one that they had come back from and did get that win. But I'm interested to see, coaching-wise, you mentioned Rick Carlisle. What happens when Oklahoma City, if they're put in a tough situation where they have to go win a game and not be up 40, heading into the fourth quarter. So I hope we can see that. I hope we can see some good games. Oklahoma City just doesn't play a lot of good games. Because they blow teams out so much. They were
especially at home. At home, they kill teams. Other than the one game against Denver, that game one where they were up 11 with 3 minutes left or whatever and lost. It's you would have thought at that point, up 11 with like 3 minutes left, Oklahoma City's going to win this game by. It's more likely they win by 18 than they lose this game.
Yes, absolutely. And so I think that I've thought Oklahoma City was the best team all season. I thought they were the best team going into the playoffs. I thought they'd win the championships. I still feel that way. And while I try to hope and come up with ways that it could go 7, I think Oklahoma City's going to win it in 5.
Yeah, I just hate that they're going to be the first team to basically take our motto with the power of friendship and win a championship with it. It makes me so sad, Fish.
Either team.
We were the first team to use the power of friendship to win NBA games, and they took our motto and ran with it. Now they're finna win an NBA championship with it. Could have been us, Fish.
Yeah.
Could have been us. But I got more bad news, Roser, on the Pacers front.
Oh, just to talk more about Hooters.
No more Hooters talk. Another reason why I'm worried about my Pacers winning the championship. Show them the shoes, Jalen. The Halley Wands debut today, and he about to play in the Burlington Coke Factory Wands in the NBA Finals. That is a travesty basketball shoe.
They look like the fake bacon
They
Nike
look
shoes,
like
the
church
KDs.
league basketball shoes, bro.
Is that a mouthpiece up front?
Bro, what is this? This is the NBA Finals. You roll out these terrible shoes?
Why's he got like the Indianapolis Colts horseshoe logo?
CJ, what are we doing? We hooping in these in the NBA Finals?
That does look like a mouthpiece. That does look like a mouthpiece.
That's your guy. You got to talk to Halliburton.
What is the tongue of the shoe?
That's his logo. That's Halley's logo.
What is it? It's a flower.
No, that's his logo, Roser.
What is the logo though?
That's Halliburton's logo.
What is it?
It's his name.
Well, I like the.
What is it?
Puma.
Is that a T and an H?
I don't know what it says, but
What is Tyrese
that tells me
Halliburton's
that the Thunder might win in 3. These shoes are horrible, bro. You can't wait till the NBA Finals to debut these terrible shoes. Golly,
it's an
bro.
H and an A. Tyrese Halliburton's signature logo, Hallie, is a stylized H and A,
shoe,
incorporating
man.
his initials. That's what AI says. By the way, AI.
It's a disgusting shoe.
AI already has the Thunder winning this.
They already predicted it, though.
Yeah, like I typed into Google, I typed in NBA playoff facts, like this year, 24-25 NBA playoff facts, and it spit out the AI thing, AI overview. In the 2025 NBA playoffs, the Oklahoma City Thunder defeated the Indiana Pacers to win the championship, marking the Thunder's first title since their relocation from the Seattle Supersonics in 2008.
So it's over.
Yeah. According to AI.
Wow.
And AI is probably smarter than us. There's no probably. It absolutely is. Tom Thibodeau fired. Surprised. Not surprised. Thibodeau feels like the dude who wears on everybody.
Surprised.
And Thibodeau
not shocked.
Also feels like the guy he's not going to play politics.
No. I think that, it's ridiculous when you think, what do you want from your coach? And you want to show marked improvement every year. And the Knicks have done that. And they've won 50-plus games the last 2 years. They get to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. They've improved. They've taken steps forward under Tom Thibodeau. And to fire him because you don't think he's the guy to take you to the next level, I always find that kind of humorous. Because Cleveland did it last year with Kenny Atkinson to take them to the next level because JB couldn't take them to the next level. And, well, why did you think Kenny Atkinson could? What has Kenny Atkinson done in his career that makes you think he can take the team to the next level? Now, he did in the regular season, but postseason, nothing. He did what JB did. So now the Knicks, you want to get that next coach. I mean, unless it's Kerr or Spoelstra, who's that guy that you're going to hire that you think is the next level coach? And for Taylor Jenkins' name to be mentioned, well, isn't that why Taylor Jenkins wasn't here?
Well, and Rob, you brought up two coaches who, when they were hired, is like, okay, you let go of Mark Jackson and you let go of Stan Van Gundy at the time to bring in these dudes who we're not sure if they can coach or not. And then you look up years later, and the proof is in the pudding. They've done successful. They've had successful careers as coaches, Kerr and Spoelstra. Maybe that's what the Knicks do. Maybe the Knicks say, all right, we've got to find
Johnny Bryant,
some random dude who we are like, okay, why are you hiring this? I'm not sure if this is going to be better than what you had.
Which is a huge gamble.
It is.
It is.
They make
and
the gamble all the
you
time.
get eaten alive.
I mean, you're in the Eastern Conference Final. I mean, I think the team has reached a ceiling. I think they reached their ceiling this year, the Knicks, where whether it's Thibodeau or a new coach, I don't think they can win an NBA championship with the team that they have constructed right now. I think they need to add pieces to their team. And
they don't have any money to do it.
That's the key.
They don't have any money to do it.
They don't have any picks either.
They don't have picks. No, they made the move to get Towns and Bridges because they thought this is how we are going to compete with the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, they made them. Yeah, they were made to beat the Celtics.
And they couldn't beat the Celtics all regular season, and then magically in the playoffs they were able to come back from 2 20-point deficits, and they beat the Celtics in 6 games in the playoffs. But they weren't good enough overall. Like they were not good enough. They lost to the Pacers last year. They ended up losing to the Pacers again this year. They make those moves and they're not good enough. And the front office is not going to go to the owner and say, yeah, we're not good enough. We're the problem.
Yeah. And
so it gets blamed on the coach. I thought some of the interesting ones, the names that got brought up, is I was listening to Brian Windhorst and Tim Bontemps and Tim McMahon talk about this. And they said it is the names of the people who are just out there available coaches. Don't be so sure of looking at those. The Knicks are willing to spend money, spend big money to buy a coach out of his contract, whatever else they have to do, and
Jason
then pay
Kidd.
that coach even more. And they mentioned Jason Kidd, and McMahon said, don't put that away as like that's something that can't happen. That's not something that's like there's a 0% chance on. Which if Jason Kidd ended up leaving the Mavericks and coaching the Knicks, that tells you all you need to know about what he thought about the Luka trade.
Yeah.
The fact that he would then just get out of there and go to New York. But the other one they mentioned was like Ime Udoka, that they may try to target Ime Udoka if they can. I'll tell you this, if Ime Udoka, if anybody could get Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson to play some defense, he might be the one to do it. If he could get them to be tougher, he might be the one to do it. Kevin Durant, it appears, Kevin Durant could get traded by the draft. The teams who were mentioned with him the most at the trade deadline, this was according to Shams, the teams who were mentioned the most for him at the deadline. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are about 4 to 6 teams, but these are the 5 that were mentioned in the report: San Antonio, Houston, Minnesota, New York, and Miami. I would probably take Miami off the table now. I think Miami might go into a rebuild.
Rebuild
at this point.
mode?
I think Miami might go into a rebuild. The Towns, especially with Phoenix coming out and saying that they want to get a center. They want to solve the center position. The Towns KD thing feels easy. It would get New York completely off of Towns' contract, completely get him out from under that. Because Towns has like 4 more years left on a deal, and it just goes and goes and goes up and paps out at like $61 million in the final year. So if you could get out of that, they may just do that.
Wow.
But if you San Antonio, Houston, or Minnesota, those are all in our conference. Who would you least like to see Kevin Durant play for?
Probably San Antonio. Just because I think that would. They have such good young players and then such great veterans that you would have around those young players too, that it really feels like a good mix.
Yeah.
Houston, I think Houston will have to move off of some guys if they're going to make a deal like that might change the complexion of that team a little bit. And then Minnesota, I don't know. I'm scared of Kevin. Don't get me wrong. I want him. I'd love to have him.
Well, of course.
His name is Kevin Durant.
His name's Kevin Durant. He's still awesome.
But I'd hate to be the one that has to make that move to get him. Because if I'm giving up a ton for this guy who's, 37 years old?
You've got to.
Who's injured every single year? And who has, what has he done in Brooklyn and Phoenix?
Yeah. He came within a toenail.
I still contend that they would have won the title that year running away. The year the Bucks won. I think if Kyrie and Harden don't get hurt, I think Brooklyn wins that title easy. But there's a ton of those situations in NBA history.
And in life.
All sports history.
And in
life.
And
If
in
ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah. If I was 6'7", I'll be in the NBA.
Devin said that's been Devin's thing lately.
That's like my thing I'm standing on.
Fish, do you think if you could have thrown 100 miles an hour that you'd be like Jacob deGrom or something?
Probably.
Thank you, Fish. What about you, CJ? What's your thing?
My thing is, if us 4 plus one more dude wouldn't blow a lead in the NBA playoffs if we're up 8 points with 50 seconds left.
Okay, I wouldn't with you with that one.
Okay, well, that's my thing. That's mine.
That's yours?
The sports thing for me, I'd be like Fish if I would have played baseball.
Yeah.
If I would have played baseball, like I was good at baseball and I hated it.
I had a good
I just hated baseball. If I liked baseball, I'd be in the majors. Yeah. I'd be in the majors.
If he liked it.
If I liked it, but I hated playing baseball. It's freaking 105 degrees outside and I'm wearing pants. Like, what is fun about that?
Yeah.
Everybody trying to wear pants when it's 100 degrees outside?
Yeah, but then go slide in that dirt. Tell me how your legs feel then.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Fish, I appreciate it. We're going to get out of here. Let's end the show. CJ, thank you very much. Devin Walker, thank you very much. Thank you to all of you for listening and watching. Coming up at 2 o'clock, we got the odds couple. That'll be in about 30, 35, 40 minutes.
Hey, well, I didn't give my shot to Jalen Wells. Jalen Wells is at Millington.
Yeah.
Millington, what's the school? Elementary school this morning.
Yeah.
Talking to the kids. The dude's been doing so much work, bro, in the community. Like, I haven't seen a guy.
I love that.
I haven't seen a guy in 2 years take the community by as Jalen has. So shout out to him, bro. He did what he did this morning. He's been talking at this school. He's been talking at other schools. He talked back at his school in Sacramento, elementary schools back in Sacramento. So shout out to Jalen Wells, man, doing his thing. You could tell his family raised him to be that kind of guy. So shout out JW, man. He also told me that he's been working on running through screens. So I'm excited about that.
Not running right into them?
Yeah, he said he's been practicing running around screens.
My gosh. Yeah, We got enough injured players, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Shout out JW, man, the real JW.
Yeah. Our point guard doesn't play, Dev.
Stop.
All right. Thank you to CJ. Thank you to Devin. Thank you to Fish. Thank you to Jalen, our technical director. Thank you to Jenna, our associate producer.
Oh,
Really
she's going to love
appreciate
that you gave her a shout out. Oh, she doing it.
I know.
Look at this man trying to get brownie points.
No
and shit,
more
bro.
work from home days, Jenna.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you to all of you for listening and watching along here on YouTube. We will be back with you again tomorrow. We'll have a real basketball game that it will have happened to talk about. Until then, peace.